Good morning, children. Today in chapter 5, soil, we will do a new topic, that is soil conservation, which is the last point or last topic of this chapter. We have covered certain topics of this chapter, which are soil, soil profile, soil erosion. And today we will do the last topic, that is soil conservation. As you know, soil is the part where the microorganism plants are grown, and it is present in the different layers. So many layers are there. Soil profile. In the soil profile, we have studied about the different layers, as well as the characteristic qualities of each and every layer. And in soil erosion, we have studied like the how the soils are eroded, how the soils are carried away by the wind, water, and the human activities. These all things are covered in our previous videos, and so we will start a new topic of this chapter, that is the last one, and this is a soil conservation. So soil conservation. In yesterday's video, we have studied soil erosion, which is the destruction of the quality or degradation of the quality of the soil. But in contrast of soil erosion, the soil conservation means to protect the quality, to protect the soil to be eroded, to protect the soil against the soil erosion. It is the protective process. It is a protective process in which we can prevent or we can protect our soil layer to be eroded, or we will inhibit we will inhibit the soil erosion. So we can control, we can maintain the quality of the soil or soil layers by the soil conservation. So there are different means we will study in this soil conservation. We will study about the definition of soil conservation, about their different means, how we can conserve the soil or how we can prevent or protect the soil. So one by one we will study about each and every topic. So let us begin the soil conservation. So soil conservation, the process of soil formation takes millions of years. It means in the beginning of this chapter we have discussed this point, that in the ancient time, when there were no vegetation, no microorganisms, no bigger animals are there, only the big rocks were there. So after the activity of wind and the activity of air, the soils become powder, and this process is known as weathering. So by the weathering process, the big rocks have been converted into the powdered soil, which we are seeing in the present time. Okay, so we should protect the soil from being eroded away. The protection of soil against soil erosion is called soil conservation. Please, children, underline this statement. The protection of soil against soil erosion is called soil conservation. So this is the protective process in which we are giving protection of soil against the soil erosion. So we are preventing the soil erosion by the different means or by the different ways. So this all protective process, all the process of protection against soil erosion is called soil conservation. So we can conserve the soil by following ways. And which are the following ways? One by one we will study. So first point, plants and trees hold the soil together, thereby preventing it from getting eroded due to wind or water. It means plants and trees, they are very important part of our surrounding. As you all know, plants provide us oxygen, that is the life of all of us. apart of the oxygen, we will also get different food items. We will get the water content also, because plants attract the clouds, and clouds give us rain. So apart of these things, plant also give plant also plays an important role. They actually hold the soil, and thus they prevent the erosion of soil by the wind and water activity. We have discussed in our earlier video that all the plants having big roots, and these roots, how the plants stand properly in a air, how they be erect or straight in a air, how they become so stable, because of the because of their roots, because roots are the base of the plants, and these roots hold the soil, and they hold the soil so tightly, so they give us the strength to be straight in the air, as well as they hold the soil so the soil will not carried away by the wind or water activity. So this is a very important point of this soil conservation, because we all know the different roles of the trees and plants. Like plants provide us food, plant provide us oxygen, plant provide us so many things like timber, wood, and all these things are provided by the plants. But no one have any idea about the soil conservation. Yes, of course, plants also serve these things. They protect our soil to be eroded against the erosion. So cutting of plant is known as deforestation, whereas planting trees are known as afforestation. Planting trees, see, the two children are there who are planting the trees. So planting trees are termed as afforestation. So afforestation or planting trees is an effective method of reducing soil erosion. Yes, of course, this is a very effective way or method to reduce the soil erosion. So I think the first point has been clear in your mind, children. If it is not clear, if you have any doubt in this paragraph or in this point, please ask me in the class during the class time. I will explain it or re-explain it again. Now the next point, after harvesting and before sowing the next crop. Harvesting, sowing, these are the points we have learned in the chapter 1 agricultural process. These are the process or steps of agriculture. So these steps, harvesting means cutting of crops, and sowing means growing growing new seeds into the soil. So after harvesting and before the sowing, after cutting the crops, the mature crops, and before sowing the new seeds, the next crop, farm lie bare. The farmers, this is the practice of all farmers, Indian farmers actually. They cut the crops, and they leave their farms barren. They leave their farms bare, empty, without any crop, without any seed. At this time, when there were no plants, no crops, the wind and water, in this condition, the wind and water do the erosion. They start eroding, they start doing erosion in the soil. And to prevent this soil erosion in the bare land, of the farm, the farmers have to grow some cover crops like fodder or grass. Fodder is what? Fodder is a food, green food of the cattle. So fodder or grass, they have to grow some green grasses and fodder in that bare empty land, so that the wind and water activities should be reduced, and thus the soil erosion in the bare land after the harvesting and before sowing the next crop, the soil erosion should be reduced. The roots of cover crops, because you all know that all the roots do this thing very effectively. Roots hold the soil and they pack the soil so that water will not take. It is very difficult to take the soil content by the water, so the water will not be able to carry the soil content with them, and by this activity we can easily prevent our soil to be eroded. So I hope, children, these 2 points has been clear in your mind. So the third point is trees and bushes are grown along the boundary of farmlands. Trees and bushes. Trees and bushes are grown along the boundaries of farmlands. In certain farms, there are boundary lines. Some boundary lines are made by the farmers to protect their farm from the from the attack of cattle. But these boundaries which are made by the trees and bushes also help the farmers to protect their farm or land from the erosion. They act as a shield against the strong wind and protect the soil from being eroded away. If we make a boundary line by the help of bushes or by the trees, the wind and water activity should be reduced. It will be reduced, and thus the water and air will not carry the soil which is present in between the boundaries, so the soil erosion will be reduced. So these are the points which I think which is very clear now, and if you have any doubts in these points, how the soil erosion should be reduced, what are the means or what are the method by which we can prevent our soil erosion, then we will discuss it again. And please tell me if any confusion is there. Still confusion is there, please tell me. I will explain it in my next video. Thank you for watching this video.